to the 2024 Music Awards Night. It's wonderful to see so many people here, and we'll keep the house lights on during this event so students don't trip and fall on their way up to the stage. But welcome to the evening. I'm Jesse Dooley, I'm the band director here. I'm joined with my colleagues, Ms. Annie Hammer and Ms. Emily Saunders, the choir director and color guard instructor, and we are very excited to present and celebrate all the wonderful students in this program this evening. So, we'll dig right in with celebrating some junior high concert band members. We had a lot of students in the junior high in both the 7th and the 8th grade concert bands this year, but as usual there are a number of students that really just stand out as excellent musicians and excellent hard workers, so we'll recognize some of those at this time. First up, I always like to recognize most improved students in ensembles, and I give the disclaimer every year. I think often most improved gets a bad rap for somebody who wasn't that great and then they got okay. And I do not believe that that is at all what most improved means. Some of the top players in this program will likely receive most improved awards at times throughout their career here. And it's just someone who has really put in a lot of work and gained a lot of skills over the year. So first person I would like to recognize for this is someone who he will admit I've been a little hard on him the last couple years, saying, no, do it again, no, you have to do this, no, you have to tongue, no, try it again, wrong rhythm. And he has worked so hard and become such a strong player this year that I hope he knows that I'm being hard on him because I see what talent he has and what it can grow. So the first most improved is Joey Fortunato. And you clap for him. Every year in 7th and 8th grade, we always get a group of students who start band for the first time, rather than their peers down at 5th grade at Shaw. And this year we had one 8th grade student who started, and he worked hard, did really well, was super successful, and came to me in December and said, hey, I want to change instruments. And normally I would say, uh-oh, like you just started, you're already 3 years behind, I don't know. And I said, you know what, let's go for it, let's try it. And he just took to it naturally. He figured everything out on his own. I don't think I gave him a single lesson. He had maybe one lesson with a high schooler, and then just worked and has really strong musical knowledge and musical aptitude. Has gotten so much better, is joining marching band next year, has totally risen to the playing level of his peers, Emilio Sanchez. Next up for Junior High Concert Band, we would like to celebrate someone with great band spirit. Band spirit is not something that can be taught, it's just something that someone has. They work hard, they're excited about playing no matter what it is. It's first period, they're excited about playing. It's last period, we just had a concert, they're excited about playing. And this year I'd like to recognize someone who also joined this year and has already caught up to, if not surpassed, where we would expect a 7th grade player to be. He's always positive, he asks great questions, very insightful, works hard. Spirit Award for Junior High Concert Band this year goes to George Lockyer. Next, we'd like to give what's called the Rising Star Award, which goes to in this case, 7th grade student who is a really strong musician and someone to watch over the years. We'd like to recognize 2 people tonight for this. The first is someone who just is an all-around strong musician, strong player, has a good work ethic, he's great in rehearsal, knows how to rehearse, knows how to, be ready for success, and is just always working towards the next thing, Jameson Dixon. Rising Star Award, I keep a spreadsheet of all the awards ever since my first year, and I just say, oh, who got this 2 years ago? Who got this 3? And it's really cool to see all the current seniors, many of whom got these type of awards when they were back in like 7th grade or 9th grade, and now who are going to be maybe graduating and going into music programs, and to see like that kind of growth. So anyway, that's something for later. But the second Rising Star Award today goes to a 7th grader who is a truly outstanding player. The level of detail that he brings to his craftsmanship, his playing, his articulation, rhythmic accuracy, every little detail, and is such a great rehearser to have in the class. This goes to Enzo Ferreira. Next up, we would like to recognize someone in the 8th grade band who has shown strong leadership capabilities. This is someone who had a lot of new members in their section this year, new members to band who have never played before, and they really stepped up and took charge in leading and helping and teaching. I don't know how many times I walked into an 8th grade sectional and just saw everyone listening to this person and them helping. And that's not something you always can see easily with 8th graders. So our Student Leadership Award for Junior High Band goes to Temperance Brennan. If you came to the spring band concert, you heard that there were a lot of, the 8th grade band is very strong, but there are a couple of people that we would like to recognize as truly outstanding musicians in that group. What goes into being an outstanding musician is a good ear, the ability to make adjustments in your playing, the ability to blend well with others, to teach, to direct, and just to know your music inside and out, no matter what, to be able to sight read. And we have 2 people I'd like to recognize with this award in the 8th grade band this year, Kelsey Paquette and Lucas Clayton. And finally, we would like to award the Director's Award for Bands for junior high students. This is the first that will be given tonight of the national awards. This is an award that's given at schools across the country that honors an outstanding member of the junior high school or middle school band program, typically an 8th grader, who has shown a high level of dedication to striving towards their best musical ability. So this is someone who is kind of a quiet person, but over the last year and a half or so, he has really put a lot of dedication and practice and hard work into his craft. He is focused in rehearsal, he is motivated, he works hard, and he's a very good player. We'd like to recognize this year the Director's Award for Band, Jacob Fernandez. All right, next up is our junior high jazz student. All right, so first up, in the junior high jazz world, we would like to recognize someone who is most improved. This is someone who came in this year with a great sense of music and playing their instrument, but who really took feedback well. Every time we gave feedback, they took it very seriously and they worked, and has really developed a good sense of style for jazz playing and articulation. Even took a few solos as a 7th grader, which is not always easy to do. We'd like to recognize Maddox Ludvigsen. And now the Spirit Award for Jazz. We have a number of students in the junior high who are very into jazz playing, but one I'd like to recognize who has played 3 different instruments in Jazz Lab this year, or maybe just 2 in Jazz Lab, but 3 overall in their jazz playing this 8th grade year, has soloed on all of these instruments confidently, strongly, and is just a joy to have in rehearsal. Joey Fortunato. like to recognize another 7th grader now for their strong playing, the Rising Stars, someone to watch in upcoming years. This person is a strong player in general, but a very strong jazz player. They have a strong ear. They can just play whatever they hear and make it come out. They've had a really strong ear for mirroring jazz articulation this year. They have also volunteered to solo many times. The Rising Star for Jazz goes to John Palmieri. We'd also like to recognize an outstanding musician in the junior high jazz setting. Jazz is something that is hard to teach because instead of concert band is more you read the music on the page, you play it, we work on it. Jazz is something that is done a lot by listening and learning and just observing and getting better at it. And this year someone came into the jazz band on a very difficult instrument, and for jazz, and well, in general, a difficult instrument, but difficult for jazz, and I didn't have to teach him much. I gave him some guidance, and he just took it and ran with it, and turned out to be a really solid rock of the rhythm section. So this year's Outstanding Musician Award goes to Caden Sensbella. And finally, in the jazz world here for junior high students, we have our second national award. This is the Woody Herman Jazz Award. It's given at schools across the country in memory of Woody Herman, who is an American saxophonist, clarinetist, and big band leader. This award was created in 1988, shortly after his death, to honor an outstanding jazz student at the middle school level. So this year, this award goes to a student who is an excellent player and very strong jazz student. This student has such a high level for improvisation that as a 7th grader, when we were learning how to take chords and structure them into your improvisation, really advanced stuff, he just said, yeah, okay, I got it, and was able to like put a solo together that followed this chord structure. So this is a student who, this year as an 8th grader, has been a tremendous leader in the jazz lab. You know, other students have been able to match his style and listen to him, and he's a great model for those in the grade below him. Goes to Hunter Tutko Rainville. At this point in time, I'd like to turn it over to Ms. Hammer to present the Junior High Chorus Awards.
All right, hi everyone, I'm Ms. Hammer, and I have the pleasure of being these students' chorus teacher for the past 2 years. I just have to say this is one of the hardest parts of the year because we really do have so many incredibly talented and positive students with us in this program, so it's the toughest time of the year, and I'm so appreciative of all the students that we have. All right, we are going to start with the Junior High Chorus Award, and we are going to start with the Junior High Rising Star Award. The Rising Star Award for the junior high is usually given to a 7th grader who showed an outstanding amount of potential for chorus. I never once had to ask this student to stand up and join us, and he showed passion right from the start. Where the student really shined was tenor bass chorus. He was so excited to be a part of a vocal group after school, and he has already told me about how excited he is to audition for a cappella next year. This year's Junior High Rising Star Award goes to Victor Apont. Next up, I have the Junior High Spirit Award. The Junior High Spirit Award goes to a student who has a positive attitude and an unmatched excitement for the program. This student never fails to offer a helping hand, from assisting other students to welcoming new members, to decorating the chorus room, to putting up various plants in the room as well. She never fails to audition for every opportunity that's put before her. She consistently fills rehearsals with life, encouragement, and positivity. It is my honor to give the Junior High Spirit Award to Kelsey Paquette. All right, next up I have the Junior High Musicianship Award. The Musicianship Award is given to a student who shows exemplary musicianship in all aspects of the program. This student started his musical journey last year, coming into the program already playing 3 different instruments, which I know Mr. Dooley also spoke about and mentioned, and having an aspiration for singing. He has the ability to listen to a song and then immediately be able to play it on the piano, which is something that is going to serve him very well in his singing. But one of the most impressive qualities that this student has is his ability to take direction, and that arguably is the most important quality a musician can have. It's my pleasure to give the 2024 Junior High Musicianship Award to Joey Fortunato. All right, and last up for the Junior High Chorus, I have the Junior High Directors Award. This award is given to a student who shows exceptional leadership in chorus. This student consistently comes to class with a positive attitude. He never fails to make students smile, even on their toughest days. He comes to class every day ready to make music, learn, and grow. He is ready to dive into high school chorus next year, and I can't wait to see him flourish at the high school. Not to mention, he is an exceptional sight reading at the high school level since he was in 7th grade last year. It's my honor to give the Junior High Directors Award to Lucas Clayton. All right, I'm going to pass it back off to Mr. Dooley for the Junior High Concert Band Awards.
All right, we're going to do junior. All right, so here's the High School Concert Band Awards. Sorry, my notes. All right, so the first High School Concert Band Award goes to someone who is most improved. The person this year who will be receiving this award has been a member of the band program since they were in 7th grade. And they've always been a hard worker, but this year and in last spring, this person really stepped up and just put in a lot of extra effort to make their goals and aspirations come through. They'll know who they are when I say this, but this person dreamed of playing the piccolo, and he would not stop at anything to make the piccolo happen for him, and that means maybe practicing every day after school and just repeating the same things over and over and over. He gave such dedication to it, and I think everybody in the concert band and people who came to the concert and any marching band show can agree that he has turned into an outstanding piccolo player, Quinn Swanson. Next up, we'd like to award the Spirit Award for concert bands. There are many spirited members of the high school concert bands, but this award goes to someone who has really channeled their spirit into productivity and hard work and making the band sound better. This person is always positive. They are ready to go. They are up for anything. Anything I need, I can say, hey, can somebody help out with this? I'm sure this person is extremely busy. They always say, yes, Mr. Dooley, anything I can do to help. And they are bouncy and excited about no matter what. The Spirit Award this year for concert band goes to Mackenzie Settle. The Rising Star Award, as you've probably figured out by now, goes to a student who is shown a lot of potential for their age. In the high school version, this usually goes to a freshman, although occasionally it'll go to a sophomore as well. This year, I'd like to recognize someone who is a truly outstanding musician, and often I think flies under the radar because he exists in a section with a lot of really, really good players. This person has worked very hard, he has practiced, he has worked to improve, he never brags about, well, I can play this, and I've done this. And today, the seniors were not in school today, and we were running one of our pieces for our Shaw performance next week. And I said, oh, someone's playing the solo. Who's that? And it was this guy. And he stepped right in, and I didn't even notice. Rising Star goes to Rayhan Dhaliwal. I'd like to recognize a couple of outstanding musicians in the high school concert bands. The first person I'd like to recognize is someone who started a new instrument this year, and he is entirely self-taught on this, and this is an instrument that is extremely difficult, and every year, in my little beginning band Facebook groups, they say, oh, you gotta be careful with that one, you have to put a strong player on it, otherwise they will fail. And this person is just such a strong musician. He took this instrument and is playing high school level literature within a couple of months. And even, again, recognizing our Shaw performance next week, we didn't have a part for his instrument, so I said, oh, here, just take a saxophone part. He knows what it is. I said, just take a saxophone part, you have to transpose it, make all the notes down one. And he just sight read it without missing, like, a beat, and it was great. And he's such a strong musician, Nathan Shaw. The second person that we'd like to recognize as an outstanding musician is someone who has always given 100% since they were in 7th grade. This person has always been willing to try everything. I'm going to give it away. As a percussionist, you have to be willing to play anything and everything, and this person has never once said, no, I don't think I'm going to do that. They will do anything for the program, and they are an extremely strong percussionist. This person was a member of the district orchestra this year, and I was watching the rehearsal, and he's playing timpani. You know who he is. He's playing the timpani, and I'm standing there talking to the band director of Auburn, and she turns to me and says, man, that timpani player has just such an incredible musical touch. I just love watching him play, and I got to say, oh, that's my student. So anyway, this goes to Outstanding Musicianship Award, Ajay Basundial. Next up, we will present the John Philip Sousa Award, which is another national award, and is the pinnacle of achievement in a high school band. John Philip Sousa was an American composer and conductor known as the American March King. This award was introduced in 1955 to honor the top student in a high school concert band program. This award recognizes superior musicianship and outstanding dedication. This year, we'd like to present the award to someone who is an incredible player. He has been a member of the district and all-state bands for multiple years. He has been a strong player and leader within this program, and this year got a chance to bring those skills down to the 7th graders who enjoyed working with him this year. The John Philip Sousa Award goes to Ronit Dhaliwal. All right, next we will be recognizing some high school jazz players. This year we'd like to start with, every year we'd like to start with Most Improved. This year I've got a number of awards for Most Improved. It's my favorite award, sorry, I can't help myself. I'm just so proud of everyone. But I'd like to recognize a few people specifically today. The first people are kind of a duo, they're a package deal. These two people decided to join jazz band this year in high school, and they worked their butts off and they practiced and they were so positive and delightful at every rehearsal and just bought into everything we did. They turned into some really, really rock star jazz saxophone players by the end of the year, and I'm so excited to see what they do next year. Rain Shaw and Samaya Cabral. The next Most Improved person I'd like to recognize is a member of the high school jazz band, and this year he really had to kind of step into this role as we graduated a lot of seniors from his section last year. And this person has worked very hard in the last 2 years to learn about the jazz idiom as a whole. He has asked questions, he has had a great work ethic, taken feedback conscientiously, and is so accountable to have in every rehearsal and in this group. I'd like to award Most Improved to Joshua Salsic. All right, next up, let's talk about Spirit. As you've heard from many of us, the Spirit Award often goes to someone who is truly a delight to have in rehearsal. They're always positive. In the jazz setting, for me, that means they're willing to take a solo and take a risk. This person is someone who, this year, whenever I would say, oh, I don't know, this is kind of tough, maybe we should, try something easier, or we should cut back on this, I don't know, can we do it? This person would say, no, Mr. Dooley, we got this, we're gonna work on it, we're gonna come back, we're gonna be prepared, we're all in. And then they would rally the group and their section to be all in with them, and it made the JB&T rehearsals a really positive environment. The Spirit Award for Jazz goes to Sophia Andrianopoulos. With the Rising Star Award, I'd like to recognize an underclassman who has shown a very high aptitude for playing with a jazz style. This person stepped into a lead role this year in the jazz band, and they were able to solo and play with great inflection and articulation, and is truly someone that I look forward to having in the band over the next couple of years and watching them grow. Rising Star goes to Noah Cooper. Recognize a couple of outstanding musicians within the jazz program. The first person I'd like to recognize is an outstanding musician in a concert band setting or a jazz setting on this instrument. He probably works harder than I have ever seen someone work just after school every day, playing and playing and playing. And I'm sure many of you do that at home, so no shade to any of you, but I see this person practice all the time. And they listen to players and they try to emulate that sound, and they are so accountable for anything. I need a soloist, I need someone to play a different part, I need someone to run a sectional. This is the person. They have brought so much style and great jazz style into the group this year, and I'm looking forward to hearing what they do for the next few years. This goes to Coda Wackel. also like to recognize someone who I think we should just call this award the You Play a Lot of Instruments Award. But it truly takes, it truly takes an outstanding musician to do what this person does. Since he was in 7th grade, he has played probably 5 or 6 different instruments across the different ensembles, marching band, concert band, jazz band. He is always willing to try something new. He did submit a seating audition for every single instrument in the high school concert band this year. Needless to say, he did not make all of those auditions. However, he made a great effort. But this person truly is what I would consider an outstanding musician. He can hear something, he can play it on multiple different instruments. He can teach any instrument and any student who needs some help. This year he also ran the Shaw Band Mentor Program, where he, I think, taught 4 different instruments lessons over the course of time. So one day he was, I'm teaching flutes this week, now I'm teaching the trombones, now I'm teaching the clarinets, and he did so without a second thought and without ever struggling with it. So truly an outstanding musician. I'd like to recognize Tyler Rathman. Clarinet duet recital next week, so just kidding. All right, so lastly for jazz, we have the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award. This is a national award created in 1974, shortly after Louis Armstrong's death. Louis Armstrong was an American trumpet player and composer, and is one of the most influential figures in jazz. This award honors an outstanding jazz student at the high school level. This year, I'm going to award this to someone who is not only an outstanding jazz player in our program, but an outstanding jazz player within the state. This year, this student was the 2nd chair trombone player in the all-state jazz band, meaning that he was the 2nd highest scoring trombone player for jazz in the entire state. And this person has always had a great ear for knowing what he wants to hear. He's soloed on many instruments, and just has a great sense of jazz style. He's going to do great things in his performing career. Tanner Swanson. Up to give the High School Choral Program Awards.
All right, to start off with the high school, I'm going to give out the Most Improved Award. This student that is receiving the Most Improved Award tonight was the first student that came to mind when I was thinking about someone to give this award to. I had a first lesson with him at the beginning of last year, and just to see how much he's improved from that time is really incredible. Now the student can not only hold his own part in most of his music, but he is an active and dedicated member of our a cappella group Tonal Eclipse, and he even received a singing role in the song Oldest Established in our musical Guys and Dolls. This year's Most Improved Award goes to none other than Christian Dupree. All right, the next award that I'm going to be giving out is the Rising Star Award. The Rising Star Award for chorus usually goes to an underclassman who has shown exemplary character and musicianship even after being in the program for a shorter period of time. This student has flourished this year, really coming out of her shell. She loves making music and stopping by the chorus room in the mornings to say hi, and I was so proud of her when she told me that she was going to audition for a cappella next year. Whenever we go on field trips and I assign high schoolers to partner up with some of the junior high students, this student never fails to have at least 4 or 5 junior high students that end up partnering up with her by the end of the day. She even took on making some chorus social media posts this year and accounts, and she was also working long and hard to make our spring concert programs. This year's Rising Star Award goes to Emily Tula. All right, next up I have the High School Chorus Spirit Award. This award is given to a student who has shown encouragement to not only their peers, but students in the junior high as well. This student has been a huge influence in the way that the junior high students look at the program, along with the individuals around him. Whenever I ask students to stand up for rehearsal, he quite literally jumps out of his seat to join us. He's committed to more after-school activities than I can even count, and throughout it all, he has been kind, encouraging, and supportive. It is my pleasure to give the 2024 High School Spirit Award to Tanner Swanson. Next up, I have the High School Leadership Award. The High School Leadership Award represents a student who has shown responsibility, maturity, and many other exemplary leadership characteristics. This student has been a huge leader in the choral program, and he was even the first student that I ever met here at Millbury. He was the choral librarian last year, organizing 30 plus years worth of chorus music. He was my intern for general music both last semester and this semester. And in between both of those classes of general music, he even convinced multiple students to join chorus next year. He has been an inspiration for those around him, and we will miss him dearly next year. The High School Chorus Leadership Award goes to Jay Gothier. All right, last up for the High School Chorus Awards is the National Choral Award. Throughout this student's time here at Millbury, she has grown into not only a fantastic musician, but a leader, a role model, and an influence to those around her. With all of the other activities and clubs that she's a part of, she has still put music as a priority in her life. She has choreographed for a cappella and been a student assistant director where she's run sectionals and provided positive encouragement to other members of the group. She has shown excellence in every part of the program, and it is my honor to give her this award. I always tell the students that their legacy for this program is not what they take from it, but what they leave behind. And this student has left behind a legacy of excellence, dedication, and inspiration. It's my honor and my privilege to give the 2024 National Choral Award to Courtney Wilbur. All right, now I'm going to move on to some awards for our a cappella group, Tonal Eclipse. This group was just created last year, and in Tonal Eclipse this year, the students were accepted into the ICHSA competition. And because of this, there was a lot of pressure to perform well in the group. So I'm going to start off with the Tonal Eclipse a cappella Leadership Award. Without student leaders constantly helping out, the group would not have been as successful as it was this year. Student leadership is a crucial part of this group, especially since they did something that they've never tried before this year, and it was very intimidating, to say the least. I want to recognize two students in particular who took on this leadership role. They continuously strive to better themselves and those around them, even when things got difficult or scary. They both helped partner up during sectionals, running choreography and music rehearsals and warm-ups, and just talking to me constantly and communicating, which is something that I could not have done without this year. The first student to receive this award is Gianna Gianetti. The second person to receive this award was the other student assistant director of the group and the choreographer, Courtney Wilbur. Last but not least, for Tonal Eclipse, I have the Acapella Spirit Award. Like I said before, student leadership was one of the most important roles in competing this year, but just as important is the attitude that students have when they come to rehearsal every day. There's a lot to get done when you're trying to put together a whole set of music and choreo in just a few months, and at times it can be really overwhelming. The Spirit Award is being given to a student who would never fail to have a positive outlook on the group as a whole, even when a lot was piled on our plate. The student was constantly getting others excited about the group, and his stage presence helped a lot in a lot of ways. He was the most supportive when it came to encouraging others to audition for solos, which is another really intimidating thing to do, to try new things and constantly tried to find new ways for the group to bond with one another. He even suggested a group huddle when we first went to competition to try and support each other, and that really helped to get the members connected with one another right before they performed. It is my pleasure to give this year's Acapella Spirit Award to Hiram Toms. All right, next up I'm going to invite Mr. Dooley to come back up to give the Marching Band Awards.
First, we have our Most Improved New Member Award for my 7th graders and some 8th graders, new members out in the house who just had their first marching band spring training day. I'm sure no one will deny that it is intimidating to be a new member, and there's a lot of new information being thrown at you at once and expected of you. This person from day one did not look like a new member. In fact, I even had one of our staff members say to me at band camp, "Oh, this is so wonderful, this section has no new members this year." And I said, "No, they do, that's a new member." And she did a double take and said, "Wait, that's a new member?" Because this person's marching technique and everything was so on point from day one. This person has been such a positive addition to the group. Their work ethic is unparalleled, both in marching band and concert band. So I'm very pleased to award Most Improved New Member in Marching Band to Valerie Lane. We'd like to award the Spirit Award for Marching Band. We have 2 recipients of this award this year. The first is someone who just brought such a positive joy to their section that it was such a pleasure to watch this section grow and bond this year. And it was due to this person's leadership and just positive joy that they brought to the people around them all year. I do not think they are here tonight, so if someone from the section wants to come up and receive it for them, this goes to Grace Fernandez. Other clarinet section member, Gianna Gianetti. Clarinet section has great spirit. The clarinet section has great spirit. I'll have little scrunchies that go on their clarinets. All right, this year I would also like to award the Spirit Award to someone who knows how to count and knows how to count loud during marching band. This person never does not run it back. They are so passionate about being like, yeah, marching band, and they bring up that energy with every single other person in the group. I am very grateful for this person's energy and attitude this season. Goes to Christian Dupree. Next up, we have the Best Marching Technique Award. This award goes to someone who obviously has great marching technique. But beyond marching technique, this goes to someone who knows proper posture and proper carriage of the instrument, has a great concept of their body in space. Marching band is not only an auditory thing where we hear the music, but also very much a visual thing where we need to see what's going on the field. This person has been a strong marcher and strong visual presence on the field and has helped teach and clean other visual moments in the field as well. Goes to Morgan Forget. All right, now we have our Student Leadership Awards for Marching Band. The marching band does not function without strong student leadership. Truly, it is a large group of people. We have to get all those people all over creation and on the state, and with a ton of equipment, and everything has to load the truck, and there's a lot of things that goes into it. Everybody has to look nice, right? So it would not be possible without our fabulous student leadership team. So I'm very appreciative of all of you, every single one of you on leadership who's done anything over the last few years to help and make this work. But there's a couple outstanding leadership members I would like to recognize. The first person is someone who is passionate about marching bands. He will do whatever it takes to get the group where it needs to be. He will support younger members and veteran members of his section. He will fix instruments. He will get new music. He is so patient. He's so patient. This person is going to be a great educator. He already is a great educator, and I'm so excited to see him grow in this profession. Goes to Tyler Raffa. It's easy to recognize and see someone who leads loudly and vocally and from the front of the room, but just as important are the people who lead quietly and the people who lead behind the scenes, who you may not even know everything that they've done unless you're really, really paying attention. So we have someone who's been in the marching band for 5 years, and this person has been so helpful. They are organized, they are dedicated, they take time out of their day to make sure everything goes smoothly without ever needing to receive any recognition or go loud and proud about what they have done. The reason that the band looks so spiffy the past few years is due large in part to this person in their role as the one of the uniform managers, but also as a section leader and just truly positive person all around. Goes to Mindy Gianetti. Finally, we'd like to award the National School Marching Award. This recognizes outstanding contributions on the field and in the classroom and in the concert band. This award honors the musical contribution and dedication of a student leader whose example inspires others. So this award is going to someone who has served in a leadership position in the band for the past 3 seasons. When I read this and it says example inspires others, that speaks a lot to this person's actions. The amount of students who came up to me, who come up here when they get into 7th grade and they say, I want to be like this person, is just huge. It's a large number of people. And it's really great to watch the positive joy that this person has brought to, especially the younger students in the program, and has brought to the band as a whole. This person has, being in this role for so long, has brought the band to new heights and new levels. The band has grown a lot in numbers, but also in just the way that we perform and the caliber of music that we do. And this person has dedicated a lot of time and energy and effort to helping make this happen. So this year's National School Marching Award goes to Marley Shaw. I'd like to now invite up our color guard instructor, Emily Saunders, to present the color guard awards.
All right, can we hear me? Yeah? Okay. I want to just start out. I didn't know she was going to be here tonight until I saw her, but I just want to start tonight by giving a huge shout out to my co-instructor, Ashley Casello. I would not have made it through this year without you. You have my whole heart. Thank you for everything you do for this program. We love you. All right, on to our first Guard Award of the evening. Like Mr. Dooley, it is one of my personal favorite awards. It's the Most Improved Award. This year, I, along with Ashley, have had the immense pleasure of watching the color guard grow as a whole, from the new members who had never touched a flag before in their life, to our returning members who gained new skills and grew in their confidence. But this year's Most Improved is going to a new member who joined us in the winter. She is one of the most bubbly, excited kids I have ever met. Every time she masters a new skill, she lets us know, and it just brightens up and brings such a light to rehearsal. Lately, I've really been looking forward to going to marching band rehearsals and band concerts because she comes up to me and tells me how many new handspins she's mastered on a rifle, and right now that's about 6. I'm really proud of you. If you haven't guessed, it's Kelsey Paquette. So this year, the Color Guard was blessed to have so many wonderful and dedicated new members join us that this has been the hardest I've ever had to think at or decide for new member of the year. However, this student stands out in the way that she worked this year. She never gave up on hard skills. She took direction. She was willing to have one-on-one sessions with me, with captains, and was always asking questions, like even in front of the group, which can be really intimidating when you're new. When she was unsure of choreography, unsure of, anything, any moving pieces with the shows. She is the embodiment of leading by example, and we are so lucky to have her in this color guard. This year's new member of the year goes to Allison Testagrossa. Next on the docket, we have the Student Leadership Award. This award traditionally goes to the 2 color guard captains for the upcoming year. And I am so excited to celebrate them and all that they have done and worked for. These 2 are some of the most hardworking, talented, and bright students I've ever met. They absolutely love this color guard, and I know this program is going to flourish with them at the helm. So next year's captains will be Emily Tula and Rain Shaw. So if you guys couldn't tell, there's like a little formula that goes into giving these speeches. Usually we talk about the students without saying their names before they come up. But this is the Color Guard Dedication Award. It's the national award that is given out to a student every year for everything that they have contributed to the Color Guard in their time here. And frankly, if you don't realize that is going to be Jay Gauthier, you would be very, very wrong. So if you don't mind just indulging me and listening to me talk about Jay for a while. I am very blessed that I started my time here as the instructor when Jay started as an 8th grader, because I would not be the instructor I am, and this program would not be what it is without Jay. Jay is one of the most outstanding students I have ever had the pleasure of working with. And this program is going to be forever impacted by what he brought. Jay, I am so proud of you, and you are going to do amazing things in this world, and I just know you're going to flourish in whatever you set your mind to. So please congratulate the 2024 National Color Guard Award recipient, Jay Gauthier. Let me welcome back Mr. Dooley to the stage to celebrate the district's awards.
Thank you. So I'll speak a little bit about what the district honor band and chorus festivals are, and then we'll kind of trade off listing these participants out. So every year we send students to participate in the Central District Massachusetts Music Educators Association honor band and chorus festivals, which is where students get to prepare an audition, and they can audition for either chorus, winds, brass, percussion, or jazz. And if they score high enough, they are placed in this honor ensemble. And they get to perform a couple of rehearsals and play a concert. Millbury has been very fortunate to have so many students this year who were accepted into these groups. And we are in the Central District, which stretches from Milford. I grew up east of Milford and I was in Central District, all the way out past the Quabbin Reservoir. So it's a very large geographic district, and there's 120-person concert band, 160-person chorus, an orchestra, and a jazz band. So the fact that we had so many Millbury students representing our program in these festivals is a huge testament to these students and their hard work and the things they bring to this program. I'll go through the junior district band recipients. We can cheer, they can come up. Ms. Hammer will speak on the junior district chorus. I'll come up and do the high school band, etc. We ask that you hold your applause until we give you the applause sign for that group of people, so that this doesn't take 3.5 hours. All right, so the junior district band had two participants from Millbury this year, Rehan Dhaliwal and Jacob Fernandez.
All right, we had 3 students who participated in the Junior District Chorus Festival this year. The Chorus Festival is the exact same as Mr. Lee was talking about. In the chorus audition, you also have to sight read, which is basically where you get a piece of paper that has music on it. They give you the first note and they say, sing it. And it's a really difficult skill to master, and I'm so proud of these 3 students. All 3 of them also auditioned last year in 7th grade and got in. This year, each of them received within the top 10 points of the district. That is for sopranos. So for soprano, I have Kelsey Paquette. For alto, I have Lucas Clayton. And for baritone, I have Joey Fortunato.
So as I mentioned earlier, when you audition as a wind or percussion player, they put you in band or orchestra. So this year for the senior district, we had 2 students who were accepted into the orchestra festival. This was Ajay Basundial on timpani and Jamie Hosier on oboe. In the concert band festival, we had Ronit Dhaliwal on alto saxophone, Tyler Raffa on tuba, Nathan Shong on trumpet, Koda Wackel on trumpet, and in the jazz festival we had Tanner Swanson on trombone. Come right back across, because when you score high enough, no, Tanner, keep going, Tanner, nope, turn around. All right, because when you score high enough, you get to audition for the All-State Festival. And then these 2 auditioned and made it to the All-State Festival, meaning top X number of people in the state. Tanner scored 2nd on jazz trombone, and Ronit scored 4th on alto saxophone. So here are the 2nd best jazz trombone and 4th best alto sax player in the state of Massachusetts. So in this evening, we annually like to recognize seniors who have contributed in a great service role to the theater department. Unfortunately, Ms. Christina Samara, the theater director, was not able to be here tonight, so Ms. Hammer and I are going to present these in her place. So first, we would like to recognize someone who has given a lot to the theater program in, again, the more background capacity, but if you're involved in theater at all, you know the people who make the magic happen are the people you never get to see until the very end of curtain. So this year we'd like to recognize someone who has been the stage manager of the productions for the past 3 years in the theater department, so this is big shoes to fill. She is level-headed, she's cool, calm, and collected, and she runs all the nonsense going on back there to make the magic that you see on the stage happen. This goes to Mindy Gianetti.
All right, this next service award goes to a student who, whenever I was at rehearsal, was constantly asking Ms. Samar and I, what do you need? What can I help with? What can I do? And was constantly on their feet, helping run things on stage, like Mr. Dooley said, backstage as well. Just, we could not have done this year without him. He was also the assistant director and just did so much behind the scenes. And I just know Ms. Samara would be up here saying the most incredible things about him, and is just so inspired with all the work that he's done. So this service award goes to Jay Gothier.
So speaking of making the magic happen, not only does the magic happen back here, but also all the way in the back there. And so these people never get enough credit for the things that they do. But last year, if you were here, we graduated 3 people from the booth technical team, which is a large number in a team of 4 people. And so we had a senior this year who stepped in graciously and learned the ropes and helped out in any way he could for this year alone. Even though he knew he was graduating this year, he is unfortunately not able to be here tonight, but we are so thankful for everything he's done this year for the program. This goes to Anthony Cazzetti.
All right, this next service award goes to a student that I've also had the pleasure of working with for the 2 years that I've been here. She's just constantly encouraging others to be the best they can possibly be. She took on a huge role this year, and she never failed to stay after for hours to practice her parts and to help other people with their parts. And any time that I even needed another tenor, she would be like, "Miss Hammer, I can sing tenor." And I just know that she's going to do amazing things when she goes off to school next year. This service award goes to Courtney Wilbur.
Samara's intern. We love our interns. And the final service award that we would like to award here goes to someone who helps make the magic happen on the stage. So you have gotten to see this person's work a lot. This person for the past, I believe, 3 seasons has served as the costume coordinator for the theater department, which is not an easy task. There is so much that goes into making sure everyone looks good on stage. So many hours have I watched this person work. How can I make my $750 budget make everyone look good and matching? And they've gone to so many lengths to make everyone look good on stage. Not only has this person been the costume coordinator, but they also directed the fall play for the last few seasons. And so any magic you saw up there was testament to them as well. This person is going into a career in theater, and I'm so excited to see what they do in the future, on and off stage. This goes to Marley Shaw. All right, so we have a great program here at Millbury High School, which is the internship program. Pretty much everyone's familiar with it by now. I talk about them a lot. But there are so many high schoolers who over the time here get to work with the junior high students. And this year I had 4 seniors as interns, so I like to recognize my senior interns every year. Just a bit about these people. They gave up an elective block, meaning a block they could take cooking or gym or holistic wellness or any of the other numerous photography, and they decided to play with the 7th and the 8th grade band students. And if that doesn't say a lot about their character, I don't know what does, because they have just been tremendous role models, helpful, doing anything I ask. Also, pretty much everybody knows by now that I was out for a month this year. And I left them no guidance and was not able to give them any guidance or help. And I came back to find out that they had just run the program for a month and run the 7th and 8th grade bands and made things happen. And I just could not be more thankful. And 2 of these people are going into music education, and the world of education could not be so bright. I'm just so excited about their futures and so thankful for everything that all these students have done. So we had 4 seniors serving as interns this year in the concert bands. They are Christian Dupree, Ajay Basundial, Ronit Dhaliwal, and Tyler.
said in my speech before, I had one high school intern this year, and he has been my first intern that I've ever had. And he has been just the absolute best, the most inspiring. Like I said, he's inspired students to join chorus in 7th and 8th grade. And the amount of junior high students that have come up to me and told me they wanted to be an intern because they see this person thriving and having so much fun is really inspirational. So my high school intern this year, it was Take Off Year. Back up to give out the Brittany Scholarship.
The Petals of Brittany Scholarship was created in the memory of Brittany Knowlton, a member of the class of 2010. She was everything. She did everything in the music program. And when I sit down and I remember her, there are things that always float to the surface about her. I obviously remember the flower in her hair, which is why we call it the Petals of Brittany Scholarship. I remember what she sounded like when she sang Breakaway by Kelly Clarkson at the Winter Showcase her senior year. And I remember what her smile looked like. I also, when I think about her, remember the year after she passed. The juniors and the seniors that year like to sit and tell stories about her and share their memories of her. One of my favorites that has stuck with me about her, and that I think highlighted who she was as a person, is that she always remembered birthdays. And she made sure to tell you happy birthday when she saw you that day, and not just like the first time she saw you. She would yell it at you every single time she saw you in the hallway that day. She just really had this way about her that made you feel really special. She made you feel really important. And when I sit and I think about the recipient of the scholarship this year, I can very confidently say she has that same unique quality. She's a very, very well-loved member of our music community. And I am sure if you asked anyone in this room tonight, they would be able to tell you and agree that she has made them feel special at least once in their career here at Millbury, especially the trumpet section. I am very honored to present this year's Petals of Brittany Scholarship to Mindy Gianetti. I'd like to now welcome to the stage some wonderful band moms to give out the MMPA scholarship.
The Millbury Music and Performing Arts Association is a nonprofit organization with the sole mission of supporting students in the arts programs in the Millbury Public Schools. In addition to providing funding for new equipment and classes for students, ongoing updates to programs, we also have been able to offer scholarships to students who have been active in the arts programs in the Millbury schools. We also, who also may be pursuing careers in higher education or higher education in the arts. This year, we received an overwhelming number of applications from incredible students. We have personally seen all of these students' contributions to the Millbury Arts Program, and we have decided to award more scholarships than we have in past years.
This year, the MMPA has elected to award 4 scholarships of $500 and a special memorial scholarship of $250. These students have all participated in multiple arts programs throughout their years here at the Millbury Public Schools, and they have served as leaders to underclassmen. They've enhanced the arts program in Millbury with their dedication and hard work, and have left a legacy for the students that they have mentored over the years. MMPA class of 2024 scholarship recipients are first Tanner Swanson, Marley Shaw, Tyler Raffle, Ronnie Dollywall, and our Martha Compolito Memorial Scholarship is for Mindy Gianetti this year.
We now will begin the final part of our program where we get to recognize and honor and celebrate the senior class of 2024. As I've said before, this class is a special class to me. This was my first 7th grade class. It's been an honor and a privilege to watch them grow up from little 7th grader hooligans to the adults, to the wonderful, mature, and resilient adults that they all are today. As we share each of their names, please feel free to applaud them. We'll share their plans for next year, and I hope that you really enjoy how many of these students are going into professions in the arts, which is really cool for us to see. So first up, Emily, go on.
First, we have Ajay Basundial. Ajay will be attending the University of New Haven to study music and sound recording. Ajay has been a part of a cappella, concert band, drama, jazz band, marching band, and percussion ensemble. Next is Ronnie Dollywall. Ronnie will be attending the University of Hartford's Hart School of Music and studying music education. Ronnie has been a part of a cappella, chorus, concert band, drama, jazz band, and marching band. Next is Christian Dupree. Attending Maine Maritime Academy to study marine biology with a minor in small vessel operations. He has been in a cappella, chorus, concert band, drama, jazz band, and marching band. Next is Jay Gauthier. Massachusetts at Amherst, undecided, and is planning on pursuing a film studies degree through their BDIC program. He's also already committed to their marching band. He was in the chorus, the color guard, the concert band, drama club, and marching band. Mindy Gianetti. Will be attending Johnson & Wales University in Rhode Island next fall to pursue a degree in baking and pastry arts. She's been in concert band, drama, jazz band, and marching band.
Next up, we have Grace Healy O'Neill. Grace will be attending Clark University next fall and will be beginning work on a master's degree in creative writing and an MFA for the Becker School of Design's 2D game art track. Grace is a member of concert band, drama, jazz band, and marching band. Next up, we have Mackenzie Lamonda. Mackenzie will be attending Salem State University to study psychology. Mackenzie was a member of a cappella, chorus, and drama. Next up, we have Gal Morales Rojo. Gal will be attending Simmons University in Boston to study social work and design. Gal was a member of the concert band, drama, jazz band, marching band, and percussion ensemble. Next up, we have Tyler Raffa. Tyler will be attending Temple University to study music education. Tyler was a member of a cappella, chorus, concert band, drama, jazz band, marching band, and percussion ensemble. Next, we have Joshua Salsic. Josh will be entering a farming apprenticeship program next year, and Josh was a member of the jazz band.
All right, next up we have Marley Shaw. Marley will be attending the University of Hartford to pursue a Bachelor of Fine Arts in acting at the Hart School of Music. She was a part of concert band, drama, and marching band. Next up we have Quinn Swanson. Quinn will be attending UMass Lowell to study computer science with a minor in music. He has been a part of a cappella, chorus, concert band, jazz band, marching band, and percussion ensemble. Next up, we have Tanner Swanson. Tanner will be attending UMass Amherst to study music performance. He has been a part of a cappella, chorus, concert band, drama, jazz band, marching band, and percussion ensemble. Next up, we have Hiram Tonks. Hiram will be serving as a full-time missionary for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints starting this fall. He has been a part of a cappella, chorus, and drama. And last but certainly not least, we have Courtney Wilbur. Courtney will be continuing her studies at DePaul University, majoring in media and cinema studies. She has been a part of a cappella, chorus, and drama. One more big round of applause for all of our seniors.
Congratulations, seniors, on leaving your legacy on this program. We thank you for everything that you guys have done. As the seniors sit down, let's give them one big last round of applause. So we will close our program this evening with a couple of media productions that kind of reminisce over the years past. So first we will have a look back through the year's highlight reel video. which is created by Gal Morales Rojo, which will kind of just highlight some cool stuff that happened over the past few years in this program. And then second, we will watch our slideshow, which celebrates this year in the music department and the seniors throughout the years. So please enjoy.
yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old. It was a big, big world, but we thought we were bigger, pushing each other to the limits. We were learning quicker. By 11, smoking herb and drinking burning liquor. Never rich, so we were out to make that steady bigger. Once I was 11 years old, my daddy told me, go get yourself a wife or you'll be lonely. Once I was 11 years old. I always had that dream like my daddy before me, so I started writing songs, I started writing stories. Something about that glory just always seemed to bore me, 'cause only see my goals. I don't believe in failure, cause I know the smallest voices, they can make it major. I got my boys with me, at least those in favor. And if we don't meet before I leave, I hope I see you later. Once I was 20 years old, my story got told. I was frightened by everything I saw before me. Once I was 20 years old. Our songs have been sold. We've traveled around the world and we're still roaming. Soon we'll be 30 years old. I'm still learning about life. My woman brought children for me, so I can sing them all my songs and I can tell them stories. Most of my boys are with me, some are still out seeking glory, and some I had to leave behind. My brother, I'm still sorry. Soon I'll be 60 years old. I got 61. Remember life, and then your life becomes a better one. I made a man so happy when I wrote a letter once. I hope my children come and visit once or twice a month. Soon I'll be 60 years old. Will I think the world is cold, or will I have a lot of children who are bored? Soon I'll be 60 years old.
Seniors, thank you. It's been a great ride. So everybody, have a great night. Thank you. See you around.